This afternoon at the Capitol, Minnesotans are protesting President Donald Trump's latest executive orders that roll back transgender protections. The order cuts federal support for people under 19 years old who want to transition. It also directs federally run insurance programs, including TRICARE for military families and Medicaid, to exclude coverage for gender-affirming care. While some state Medicaid programs cover gender-affirming care, the new order suggests that the practice could end and targets hospitals and universities that receive federal money and provide the care. In 2023, Minnesota became a so-called trans refuge state. Then last year, lawmakers passed legislation to require healthcare plans to include gender-affirming care. Today, local trans community members spoke out about what they call transgender discrimination. Here's what they had to say.
I myself moved here from Iowa due to increasing laws that were affecting my well-being as a trans person. There are a lot of things happening right now. The mass deportations, heck, even there's an own House of Representatives. Republicans have tried to hold unjust sessions. Here today, though, we're talking about trans rights. With the executive orders coming out left and right, erasing trans identity by saying there are only two genders, banning transgenders troops from the military, we are here today to show the people that we are unhappy, upset, and not willing to be complicit in this.
One of the things that I think people who aren't in the trans community, in the wider queer community, aren't aware of is that this seems like small potatoes if you don't understand what we're going through. A lot of people don't realize how hard it is to not be called by the right name every day and by just the right gender every day. You know, being called he would hurt for me, and it hurts for so many people, and yet they're already making it illegal. We are affected every single day by these actions, and it's not even actions that voters want. We saw in the 2024 election that there were people who voted Trump for president and Democrat down ballot because they believed he'd be strong in the economy or on military, and instead he's racking up all these lawsuits that are costing us money.
On July 6th, I got on a plane at 5 a.m. to go to a state where I only knew one person so I could get health care I need. All I had was a backpack and duffel bag of essential items. It was the scariest thing I've ever done, and the last time I would see my dog. When I landed in Minnesota, I cried because I knew I was somewhere I could live instead of just survive. I wasn't scared to use the restroom anymore. I was able to hold a job and build a life. I want others to have that too. Now I have friends and a cat who love me. I made it out of Texas for a reason, and it wasn't for me just to sit by and watch this happen. My existence is not a threat, and if you think it is because you assume things about me, that's on you. We're all human, and what's right for me might not be right for you, but you don't have to live the same life as me.
I would say I definitely saw this coming in terms of, and I think a lot of people here in Minnesota specifically saw this coming. A lot of us moved here, me, Quinn, Charlie, at least, knowing that this was a trans refuge. Say, I saw the writing on the wall in Iowa, and we're worried we're going to have to move again in terms of, like, what's Canada going to be like? What, you know, is there going to be a country that's safe as the world moves further right on this issue? And so, you know, it's one of those things where it's like we saw bad things coming, and unfortunately we foresee bad things coming.
I just want it to be clear for everyone watching, you know, this isn't just a red state, blue state issue. There is still a lot of work to be done here at home, making this community and the state a safer place for transgender kids especially.
Tomorrow in Talking Points, Esme Murphy profiles Minnesota State DFL Representative Lee Finke. She is one of the few transgender elected officials anywhere in the country who's speaking out. Tomorrow, you'll be able to watch the entire interview on WCCO's YouTube channel.